We are live from an undisclosed location in Valladolid, Mexico. What does this symbol mean? Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your router. We have unstable Wi-Fi. If I do freeze up, Mr. Ronnie Braun, my connection here, I'm in another city, Valladolid. Streamlabs. Did you ever try EVMux? I'm using that, but I'm on StreamYard today. But EVMux is the one I'm gonna go with mostly. But Streamlabs. How come you mentioned Streamlabs? Any any reason behind that? And what the heck? How come you're watching my live? Nobody else on right now? You're going to try Streamlabs. Yeah, there's a duck in the corner. That's StreamYard. If you're going to try Streamlabs, let me give you a warning, a big warning. Streamlabs is very scrupulous, under the table kind of shady deals going on there. I paid for 1 year and I set my PayPal. I thought I was going to keep going on, and I set my PayPal to automatically, so they can automatically update in 1 year. And then 10 months, I had 1 full year up until September the 19th here, or 2 days ago, 17th. And 10 months ago, though, I took everything off of, I shut down my account with Streamlabs. There's a lot of people on your notification, came through notification, did not tell me if I were live. They should change that. Okay, anyway, Streamlabs, like you were talking there, Streamlabs works off of your computer. It doesn't work off the cloud like EVMux does, or StreamYard does, or Melon does. Melon is owned by Streamlabs, though. So let me tell you something about Streamlabs themselves. That uses the resources of your computer. If you have a slow computer, you're going to have problems. If you have a fast computer, no problem. But anyways, I had signed up for 1 year, and then I said, okay, I'm going to keep signing up. You can use my PayPal account, and next year automatically take the money out of my account, because I'm going to go with that. But 3 months into it, I decided, no, I don't want it anymore. And I took off, I unsubscribed, and I abandoned my account, and I still had 9 more months to go anyways, but I took everything off. I didn't want it anymore, simply because I heard about their unscrupulous dealings. They cheat and they steal, and they're really bad. But anyways, so 9 months ago, I cut everything off. So then in March here, I get emails from them saying that they're going to automatically take they're going to automatically update my account. And I said, well, what do you mean automatically update my account? I don't have an account with them anymore. I've taken everything off. So then the day of, 2 days ago, which it was my 1 year subscription, they took money out of my PayPal and my bank account because I had set it up that way. They took money out of my account, not telling me at all. They didn't even warn me. They just took it out. I just got an email from my PayPal account saying Streamlabs deducted 200 and some dollars Canadian, $149 American. And so I said, well, I went online and I looked. I was reinstated. They reinstated my account. I took it off and they put it back on. So they took money out of my account. So I got a hold of PayPal and I said, look, these guys are doing their tricks again, like they've done to lots of people. They're doing it to me. They took money out of my account. They reinstated me, but my account's back live. I don't want it. I said I was unsubscribed and I want to take my name off your account. So PayPal said, your first line of attack is to contact the company. There is no way they changed their method of taking your name off their account. Is you can't do it. It's just about impossible. So I went to Streamlabs support and I said, look, I took my name off 9 months ago and I couldn't even get back on anymore. I was locked out. And now all of a sudden you've taken another year's subscription off of me. You went into my PayPal account and took it out. I said, I want a refund. So I told PayPal this. PayPal said, contact them, which I did. And I went to support and I left them an email. So thank the Lord. A day later, I get an email from Streamlabs saying that I went to PayPal and wanted my refund. And PayPal is at least good for you. If they take money out of your account and they don't tell you, PayPal will work for you. So Streamlabs was worried that they were going to, like a court case or something. So they told me, we're going to refund you your money. Now, this might take, because it's PayPal, it should take 3 to 5 business days. I'll know next week whether they're really going to actually give me my money back. If I had done it through a credit card, it could take up to 30 days before I notice any refund. So I'll wait to see. I'm going to save all my emails, that back and forth to Streamlabs, and find out. And then if I don't get my money back, well, I'll tell PayPal that I contacted them. They said they were going to give my money back and I didn't get anything back. So we'll find out and see what happens. But that's what's going on with Streamlabs. I would never, ever sign up with Streamlabs again. And simply because another reason is my computer is too slow for that kind of streaming. Right now, even using StreamYard, it's telling me at the top there that my Wi-Fi is sketchy. It's kind of slow. So I might even freeze up for you guys, not from my end, but from your end. My lips might not move to the words I'm saying. So, Mr. Ronnie Braun, just take that into account, that Streamlabs is not good as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, Melon is run by StreamYard, and Melon is a good one, actually. It's another one like StreamYard that it doesn't use any of your resources from your computer. It's like on the cloud. It uses, that's why they're good. StreamYard, Melon, EVMux, Restream. That's the 4 anyway that I know of. There's more. That's the 4 that I know of anyway that doesn't use anything from your computer. You don't need to download anything. You just use an EVMux, in my opinion, is the best. And uh, if you don't like what I'm saying about it, go look it up yourself. That's what I always say. Go look it up yourself. Go on YouTube, look up EV look up StreamYard. StreamYard is actually one of the most popular ones because they've been out probably the longest. EV gives you a lot more stuff a lot more things to do, a lot more than StreamYard gives you for free, for the free version. I'm not talking about any money here. I'm too cheap. I don't want to spend any money, which I did with Streamlabs. I actually bought it for 1 full year. Yeah, try EVMux. Please do. I mean, I encourage you to. I wouldn't mind having somebody up on the panel, but I'm not quite too sure. I mind it's showing me that it says, let me see what it says when I cursor over that. It says connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your router or moving closer to it. You see, and I'm in a different city. I'm not on the same Wi-Fi as I was before. This Wi-Fi is a little slower. I should do a speed check or a speed test just to see what the Wi-Fi is like here. But if I have somebody else up on the panel, it might. And that's not a StreamYard problem. That's a Wi-Fi problem. And EVMux would be the same thing. It's not an EVMux problem. If I was using it, it says your Wi-Fi is slow. That's the Wi-Fi problem. So if you got a good stable Wi-Fi, EVMux, StreamYard, Melon, and Restream I don't like. I've tried them all. Restream I don't like because they can't get away from advertising. They send you emails all the time and they're always advertising, like purchase Restream. Why don't you buy Restream? Blah, blah, blah. And I think, no, quit bugging me. StreamYard doesn't bother you at all. Gives you unlimited amount of streaming. You can stream for 20 hours straight, but you only get 20 hours a month, only 20 hours per month. And if you're streaming 1 day a week, 2 hours a day, 2 hours every day, 1 day a week, let's say five days, times 2 is 10 hours in a month. It's hard to use 20 hours in a month, streaming once in a while. I don't know what Melon has. Melon's even way less than amount of time. I think you only get 4 hours with Melon. But they give you a lot of things to do, like Streamlabs would give you, or OBS. Well, we won't even talk about Streamlabs. OBS is the company that maybe next time. I'm sure it's much easier to talk in person rather than to the computer. Maybe next time. I'm sure it's much easier to talk in person rather than to the computer. Now, EVMux gives you 30 hours a month, but there again, only 2 hours a session, or a day, not a session, a day. So if you stream and you happen to go 2 hours or more every time you go on, well, you're going to be restricted. And I always went on for about an hour. And then when I went to Mexico, I've been on for 2 hours a night at a time. And 2 hours a day, 15 days is 30 hours. So in 15 days, if you go to 2 hours every single day. But they give you the best of everything, EVMux does. And if you purchase it, you get to they have their logo in the top corner. You get to take that off and you get to stream unlimited amount of time, unlimited hours a day, unlimited hours in a month. So, and the same with StreamYard. It will give you unlimited this, unlimited that if you pay for it. They both cost about the same. I think StreamYard's $19 a month if you purchase by the full year, or $25 a month if you just go month to month to month. But if you buy it for a full year, it's $19. per month times 12 months. And EV Mux is the same thing, $19 a month by the year and $25 per month, just by the month by month. Melon is probably the cheapest one. Now, I suppose if you purchase Melon, then you would get unlimited everything, and you get to use like OBS stuff. I'm just saying I know if I was doing a live stream, it'd probably be nice to talk to a person. Yeah, I see. I can talk. I can sit here and talk, and anybody that's online, that's in the channel, they can listen. But when I go to a live stream, like usually when I go to some live streams, I see you're on there already. So I'm wondering, what are you doing on my live stream? I usually am a lurker. I don't like to type. I'm a poor speller, so I don't like to type something in, and my spelling is not very good. And so I just go in and listen. Like Tasha, I go in and just sit back and listen. I don't usually say anything. Although the other night I came in and I said, "Hello, everybody," and Tasha said, "Hi, Wayne," and then she made me a moderator right away. I mean, it's not that I used to do that. I used to make everybody a moderator until I got some controversy cooking up with some girl that would pop in and do things and say things. And so I got rid of everybody. I took them all off. And now you can notice I don't have very many people that pop in, less than 10, less than 5 people usually pop in. And even the ones that do pop in aren't even moderators, most of them. I have a whole bunch of moderators now again, but they don't come to the lives anyways. So moderators have a lot of power that really. But that one girl, she would abuse it and kick other moderators off and kick other people off, and I didn't like that. And then what she would say about other people, she was a drama queen, let me tell you. And that didn't work. Dave and Christina and Tasha were together camping. I'm not too sure on who Dave is. I know Christina and I know Tasha, yeah, but I don't know Dave. Well, I do know a Dave, but he's in Quebec or in the Eastern Canada. And so is, I don't know where Tasha's from. I think she's from the US, but Christina, I think you're talking about Justin and Christina, because they go to her lives. They're Canadian. And they usually pop in here, Justin and Christina. Every once in a while, they'll pop in. And I don't know if I think they're still in Florida someplace, or they were. But Dave, I'm not too sure who Dave is. I probably do know him, but I haven't. Okay, I got to turn the air conditioning off. It's a little cold. Hey, my thing went away. That said my Wi-Fi was in not such a very good condition. It went away. Right, just an end, Christina. We are camping in Florida with Tasha. I mean, you too? You are there with them? Cool. Right on. Voice to text screwed up, Justin. Voice to text. Voice to text. I'll get text to voice. I would type in a whole bunch of stuff and spell check it and then put it to voice. How you doing down there anyway, Ronnie? Where are you actually really camping with these people? Like, where are you? I thought your unit was more or less kind of almost stationary, unless they came to where you are, or maybe I'm misunderstanding what's going on there. Um, you were saying something about you had snow and it was melting and it's like spring is in the air finally. Was that you? I'm sure that was you. You're in Wisconsin. That's what I thought. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not that you're confusing. It's sometimes when it's me. I'll read a note and read a different note and then another note and then I put everything together wrong and then I misunderstood the whole thing. Tasha's in Florida. Is that where she's really? I don't know where she's from, but I think she's an American. So if they're together in Florida, then that must be where she. Uh, Now, see that I like her lives in a certain way. Like when she's drinking those little bottles you would buy at the liquor store, the little liquor bottles. Now that's the way to drink. You just buy a couple of those, and you get whatever kind you want. Then you don't have to buy a big bottle of. You just buy a few of those. That's the way to drink. And Justin and Christine, I've been following them since before they had their their little boy. I don't know how old he is now, but I've been following them for years. Way back when they had just their dog, when I Angel, when I was doing some videos on paracord. I make everything out of paracord, anything and everything. I have all kinds of colors. I have miles and miles and miles of paracord. I make everything. And I told them that I make dog collars and cat collars and hat bands and zipper pulls and belts and all kinds of things. And then she asked me, "Do you make dog harness instead of a dog collar? Like a dog collar will, if you have a leash, well, then it pulls on their neck." And I said, "You bet. I make dog harnesses also. That goes around their midsection more, their chest. And when you have a leash on there, it's not pulling on their neck, it's pulling on their chest and their back, which is much better for them. But making something out of paracord is not that expensive. It's the shipping to get things somewhere is expensive. That's the problem. I made some in Canada. I made a belt for JDS Flying Canuck, who's a Canadian. And the belt itself was, uh, I mean, it takes a good 3 or 4 days of constant tying knots to make this belt. And the belt will never ever rip or come apart. It's each strand of paracord is called paracord 550, which means each strand can hold 550 pounds. And a paracord belt is something like 8 strands. So that thing will never break. But anyway, he ordered one and it was $40 for the belt and then almost 40 some dollars for shipping. Like it was crazy. It was like $80 for a belt. Well, there's a buckle have to be included. All depends what kind of buckle you want. The little fireballs. The fireballs. I saw in the background the other night, Tasha is in her van. There's a little dog. I don't know what kind of dog it is because didn't get to see it much. I didn't even know she had a dog. Before that, I'd never seen it. And finally, she moved to get something to fix another drink or something, and I saw on TV she was watching. Alrighty then. What's his name? That says that. Alrighty then. Very popular actor. Anyways, that was on the TV, so she was watching TV at the same time, or just about to, or. And then she just signed off. Just poof. I didn't really hear her say goodbye. It just all of a sudden, hey, she's gone. So, quite the woman. Quite the woman. Interesting. I think if I was in her neck of the woods there too, I'd be over there visiting myself. I mean, we're all van dwellers, and I like people. I like everybody. So I'd have been over there myself. So what the heck? Is there nobody else on live stream tonight? I usually, when I do go to live streams, I see you're on there. No matter where I go, I don't. You must know the same people I do, and then I look up. Like I said, usually I'm lurking. I don't say anything, but I notice who's in there, and it doesn't matter what live stream I go to. There you are. An African dog. Wow. I don't know how big it is, but I just seen it in the background there, and I thought, oh, she has a dog. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, well, you just stopped in to see me. Oh, well, cool. Thank you. Mucho gracias. I went to a restaurant. I get here to Valladolid today at about 2 in the afternoon. I finally found the place where I'm staying in this apartment block here. It's like a house with a bunch of suites in it. And then I thought, well, I'll go out and tour around the town a little bit while I have like a couple hours left. And I go out to the restaurant and I sit down and I order some food, and they bring the appetizer, like this not tacos, chip things with onions and stuff. And then I thought, well, I'll see how much money I got. Now I don't have any money. I forgot all my money back in my apartment, which was a pretty good walk away, like 10 blocks or something, a long ways away. So I got up and I told them, I said, hey, I don't have any money. I can't pay right now. I have to go back to the apartment. So they let me go. They let me go. I walked all the way back to the apartment and picked up my money and all the way back, and then they served me. That was quite the experience. First day here. You probably do too much YouTube. I've been healing from an injury. I'm fine. What kind of injury? You didn't tell me. What kind of injury do you have, and when did this happen? You didn't break your back, did you? Holy smokes, man. It's not my back that hurts so much anymore. I've had 2 herniated disc operations on my spine, lower down by your tailbone area, a little higher. The L4, L5. That's the lumbar, the L4, L5, way down, just above your tailbone section there. So I've had 2 operations because I had sciatica in my legs. I was starting to limp already because it affects your calf. Feels like somebody stuck a knife in it. The problem's in your back, and it affects your leg because that's where the nerve runs. And when in your back, where the spine is, when that stuff pokes out, it pokes right on the nerve, which doesn't feel good at all. So I have this coming back again, and my left ankle, my left calf, and everything. It feels like sciatic is happening all over again. And I feel that more than I do feel my back. Oh, you don't want to put it out there right now. Oh, that's okay. No problemo. But yeah, the older you get, the more ailments you get, unfortunately. And the older you get, the more it is that they can't fix you up anymore. That's my father. He was 82 years old and he had kidney problems. And his brother, back when they were in their 60s, I think his brother had the kidney operation and they fixed him. So my dad, 20 years later, my dad is 82 and he said, well, my brother got his operation. Let's have an operate. Let's fix this. Well, the doctor just told him. He said, almost like you're just too old. We can't do that anymore when you're 80 years old. Like we can help you live as long as we possibly can, but we can't give you a kidney transplant or whatever it takes. You can't do that kind of operation at your age anymore. So he was pretty upset with that, and that's what he died from. He was in the hospital for 5 days, and then he passed away of kidney failure. And then once your kidneys start failing, then all of his other organs started to fail. And what a way to go, though. That's the one thing I really appreciated was that he went in his sleep. He just went to sleep and never woke up. And I hope, and not in any pain whatsoever. He was on morphine and what have you too, and he was ready to go hunting. He wanted to go hunting. It was hunting season, open November, and the doctor says, "How do you feel?" And he says, "I feel 100%. Feel real good." And that's because of the morphine was making it feel that way, but his organs weren't functioning. But anyway, and he went in his sleep, so that's kind of the way to go. So we can't play any games, and I don't have any slides set up to show slideshows, and there's oh wow, it always says there's 0 people watching, so I really can't rely on that so much anymore. Do you go watch Daryl? What the heck is his name now? Ron Daryl? Ron Daryl? He does lives all the time, live streams. Um, I was just happened to be talking about him on one of my lives, and I was telling Diane about, you don't get any watch time hours out of live streams. And I don't know, maybe she must have told him that I had mentioned that. And he usually doesn't come to watch my lives. I mean, he's busy. He's got his own things to do. If you do live streams every day, you haven't got time to go out and to see what other people are doing. But he did pop in, and like after the fact, not while I was doing the live, but after the fact, and he said something about if he wanted to become monetized, he would do other means of doing it. And it's not what I meant. It's not. I didn't mean for it to come across as, oh well, he's trying to be monetized and he'll never get there doing it that way. And that's not what I meant. I really like the way he does his lives. He just sits there. He answers people's questions, and otherwise he doesn't talk like I do. I'm continuously talking. But he's kind of the other way around. He doesn't talk hardly at all, which is cool. That's nothing wrong with that. I just admire the way he does that, but he has way more people come into his lives than mine. If I had to sit back and wait for somebody to ask a question or to type something and then I comment on it, it'd be total silence. So I think he was maybe offended by what I had said when I said that, and that's not what I meant. I didn't mean anything like that at all. Um, I wish I could do live streams like he does, as a matter of fact, and I told him so. So I hope he takes it, whatever I said, the second time here. I hope he takes it in a better light than, because sometimes when I talk, I'm not. I don't want to sound like I'm right, at everything. I'm just another human being on this earth of 7 billion people or 6 billion people. I'm not right. I just speak. If it's not right, you don't have to believe me. So, and maybe even sometimes I do sound like, hey, it's you better listen to me or else. So that's not what it is. It's not what it's meant to be. I'm one guy out of how many thousands of people on YouTube, and there's how many thousands of live streams on YouTube. No wonder nobody comes to watch. They don't even know who I am. I'm just like you're next to nobody. I have done live streams where absolutely nobody popped in, nobody at all, and I just can't sit and not talk. I mean, what good is going on live and nobody's there and you don't say anything, So, and those ones that nobody showed up, I would delete off of my account, because why would somebody go in after and watch it after? It's not a movie. It's not a video. It's nothing. It's just sitting there. So, anyways, and then it all depends on who is on at the moment, and you can't pick and choose your time and say, well, I'm going to go on now because nobody's on. Well, there's somebody on 24 hours a day on a live stream somewhere. And if you know a lot of live streamers, one of those is going to be on. If you don't know any live streamers, well, then it doesn't matter. And that's why I just go on just because I don't really care if anybody else is on that I know. They're on, they got their 30, 40 people watching. Good for them. They can do their thing. I'm not going to change anything on their stream. That's for certain. I can't quite remember what your little logo there, your icon is. Everything appears on my side so small I can't see it. And the Wi-Fi here, I'm going to have to do a speed test check just to see what it is. It's at least good enough to do live streaming. To do live streaming, you need at least 5 megabytes upload speed. Anything slower than that. Now, when I get back to Alberta, it's always controversial where I go to get. I won't be able to do just pop-ups every now and again. I have to go to certain places, sit and park there, and then go live. This was great when I'm living in a house there, and you just go on the internet. And I'm sitting there on the computer anyway. You're using voice to text. Oh, cool. So you can just talk as fast as you want and then press a button or whatever and it changes it to text. Oh, wow. I didn't know that even existed, sort of. Well, yeah, I knew it existed, but uh, yeah, I'm such a slow typer and a bad speller that I could benefit from something like that. Voice to text. Icon is a bird. Okay. Oh wow. Well, there is one icon that's on your website. I think it's isn't it you picture of you standing on the or it's your picture of your or not a balcony, your porch or your front stairs or something or your front door, back door, or somebody's door. Now I saw a good YouTube idea yesterday, and how come I didn't think of that? I use other people's ideas, but he had all the Marvel character guys, well, Spider Man and a few other ones too. The Thor or whatever it is with the hammer and the Hulk and a few of those. They're standing on a wharf and they're dressed in character like. And the one of them is like Thor, for example, is he's standing there with his hammer and he throws the hammer on the wharf and then he does a backflip and into the lake behind him. Poof. And the guy is videoing this. And then the Spider-Man guy is, how he crouches down with his one hand like there, and then he stands up and then he does a backflip into the lake. And then the Hulk is standing there with his, you can buy those big hands like the Hulk hands, and he's standing there, and then he does a backflip into the lake. And what's the guy with the shield, anyways? He throws the shield away, and then he does a backflip into the lake, and that's the video he made. But then what he did was he reversed the video, and one character at a time would come out of the lake and land on the wharf, and then like the shield would come to his hand, and it just big zing, it was right there, and the Hulk would come out of the water, flip, land on the wharf with it, and then put up his big fists like that. And Spider-Man would flip out of the water and onto the dock and on his stance, the way he crouches and stands there. And that looked so good. Like it was amazing. Gives me ideas that I'd like to do that. Oh, that's the one as I remember is, yeah, that's the one I remember mostly. That's the one you need a passcode with. Okay, well, how do you get your icon to work if you need a passcode? But that's the one I remember mostly, I think, as far as your icon. But when you go to your channel, isn't your top of your page? Let me just see if I can I do this on my end. Let's go to YouTube because I think I only have you in here once under Ronnie Braun. We'll go way down to the R's. Let me just see here. First of all, LMNOPQR. Ron. Oh, it is that icon with you standing there. Right on. Okay. But the picture in the on your page is like a back door or something. A greenhouse, a green colored house with a back door and a window and maybe a chair or something in the thing here, and then there's some sort of a container right by the door. It looks like maybe uh, what do you call it, water container or something there, standing there. But yeah, your round icon, yeah, is like taken from the ground up. Right, right. Hell. So let's go to videos, and oh, I'm missing. I missed some videos. I seen the nighttime one of the snow, but then there's the one you put up March the 2nd, March the 7th, and Happy Friday, the 10th of March. I missed those ones. 9 days ago, 12 days ago, and 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I missed that. See, if I see it's gray, then I haven't thumbed it up. So I'll give you another one on that one. Or I'll give you one on that one. And it is snowing. You're right under that power line. You should be able to suck power out of that line somehow. You better go on YouTube and find out, or Amazon, find out some tools that you can suck the power out of the air. That's all that power that's running over your head. It should be able to light up your whole place with that. Okay, the next one, yeah, you got the YouTube in the snow written there, March the 7th. Oh, but that one I've seen because it's already thumbed up. You see, I even commented on there. I said very cool. Yeah, okay, so I've seen that one. Then let's go to the next one from 9 days ago. I must have seen this one then too. Yes, I did. I already gave it a thumbs up and I commented. I said, you still have that much snow. Holy. So those ones I did see. So I'm caught right up with you, except that one I missed. And then shorts. Let me just see what shorts I must have missed. February the 2nd, snow, freezing rain, vinyl smoke cloud smelling. February 22nd, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, snow, February. Okay. Usually food ones do pretty good with your eating your bacon and eggs. Oh, bacon. Love bacon. So that's your unit. Ford. That's a big unit compared to mine, let me tell you. But yeah, you're parked right under that power line. I thought for sure, like I'm a journeyman electrician, you should be able to hold a fluorescent light tube in your hand, not connected to anything, and stand underneath that power line, and it should light up. Not very strong, but if it's at night, you should be able to notice that it lights up. So that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a way to suck power out of the air. Lake house. The lake house you failed to purchase. Okay. So that channel that I was just watching there, that's the one you can't, you need a passcode for? Oh, too bad. And I think I was mentioning to you, you need to go to Twitter. I think it's Twitter, and look up Team Team YouTube. That's their channel name on Twitter, Team YouTube, and subscribe to them. And then message them. Just type in a message and tell them your problem, and they'll look after you. They'll give you a link to actually get in contact with Google, because Google is the one that's responsible for you to get your stuff back. on YouTube. Google owns YouTube. So you tell, because it's your email stuff is related to getting, you can't get on YouTube unless you have an email address. And if you don't have an email address, you can't get on YouTube. So you go to Google, get your email figured all out, and then they'll get you back onto your channel. And I do have that one other channel called King Tut. It's an old one. I never had it. And it was never hacked or nothing. It just, the email service provider is no longer in existence, so I can't get in. But they want me to get my second line of defense phone number hooked up. And I want to wait till I get back to Canada for that, because I've disconnected my second line of defense phone while in Mexico. I don't want to use it, and then I was charged roaming charges, $100 and some for 15 days of roaming charges that I didn't know I was using. That's the funny thing. I didn't know I was using roaming charges, but they don't care. They charge you anyway. They don't tell you. What have I got going here? Time zone change. Oh yeah, because I'm in Valladolid, we're in Central Time here now, not Eastern Time. We're on Central Time. We got people next door making noise. You don't know why your voice to text is not working. Yeah, you're right. No, I don't know either. And if you're using a smartphone or a tablet or something, I'm lost when it comes to those devices. I use laptop or PC if I had one. Laptop. I know more of what I'm doing with my laptop than I do with my phone. I did take a few photos with my phone today, but otherwise I don't even take photos or video or anything with my phone. The only time I use my phone is for texting with friends or voice call. And here in Mexico, everybody uses WhatsApp. I mean, everybody. Businesses, hospitals, banks, everything. Everybody uses WhatsApp. And texting is a little different for me, because I use something called swipe instead of letter by letter, because then I wouldn't spell right. But when you use swipe, you just drag your finger over the letters you think the word is, and it'll spell it correctly for you. So if it's misspelt, it'll fix it. So that's why I use that. I use the swipe. I can't. Like I'm watching some girls with their thumb only. They're holding the phone in one hand, but they're texting with their thumb, and they're going ding 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 ding. And holy smokes, man! I can't do that at all. Or when they're holding the phone with two hands and using two thumbs to type. Like they can type faster on there than they can on a typewriter. Well, on a computer, a typewriter. Have you ever seen a typewriter? You're not good at texting. Yeah, well, my spelling is horrendous. Not only that, because my spelling is not good, my vocabulary is not good. because when I'm texting or typing, and I can't think of how to spell a certain word, I'll use another word, a different word, but it means kind of the same thing as what I'm trying to get across. But because I can't spell the word I'm thinking of, I'll change the word to a simpler word. And that's how my even it affects my speech. My speech, I use simple words. I know 25-cent words too, big words, but I can't. I just don't use them. My vocabulary is so limited, and when people hear me talk, they think I'm like a farm boy or something. Like I never went to school or what have you. But that's okay. I get my point across. That's the main thing. I don't have to be well educated to talk to people. I think when I was going to school, I spent more time away from school than I was in school. I should have went to school though, just to get enough knowledge and what have you to communicate a lot better with people, to get my point across. When you speak with people in a better language and better words, they understand you more. They think, oh, that person is intelligent. They'll accept what I say better. That's why I always say, if I'm talking about something and I'm saying try this, try that, do this, do that, I tell everybody to go look it up for yourself. Go on YouTube and look at, because YouTube is wealth of information. Go and look it up for yourself. Don't let me try to tell you how it is, because nobody believed me anyway. Um, I could be talking my face till I'm blue in the face, and um, they won't listen to me anyways. So go look it up for yourself. Well, it's coming up on the 1 hour there, Mr. Ronnie. You're going to have to go and look up and to see if anybody else is. Uh, it's only 8:11 here. 8:11. I've been on for an hour. Was it? I did come on at 7. What the heck? Maybe that is correct. Holy wow! I have a new video coming out tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. Mr. John Chalker. Look at that. Waterbury, Connecticut. Well, how you doing, Mr. John Chalker? Love you, brother. And I'm always looking at your your videos there, Mr. John. I don't know when the last one that I watched that I actually made the food that you were talking about, but I did make a few through the times and the things. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Let me try that. And I did watch. I didn't wasn't following some guy, but I knew what his channel name was, and I'd always go look. But his channel was all about dollar dollar store, Dollar Tree, or any of those dollar stores. Food. He would make food from dollar stores, and he'd make it some pretty good stuff. Let me tell you, all the food came from a dollar store, like Dollar Tree, Dollarama, all of those. Not so much in the meat department, because it's pretty hard to have dollar or $2 meat product that isn't, the greatest. Lots of water in their meats. He did make some, but he always complained about it's too watered down or it's not the greatest tasting. But a lot of like they have like a little grocery store in some of these dollar stores, and some of the foods he made were pretty good. I thought he was a bloody chef or something. Was making this food look so good and taste good. I'd have never tried it, never made it myself, but like he'd throw a few things together, it would make a nice gourmet type meal. When you can eat like that for a couple of bucks, like wow. Nomadic Van Man, nice to see you this beautiful evening. It's a nice, beautiful evening today too here in Mexico. It's not so hot. It's actually rained a little bit tonight. Well, today, this morning, and I came to Valladolid, which is about 15 minutes away from Chichen Itza. I want to see the snake, and the snake is uh, at sunset. The shadow on the pyramid. I keep calling that thing pyramid, and it's not a pyramid; it's a temple. Um, the shadow on the temple makes a shadow on the other step, which looks like a snake coming down the temple. And if you could make a time lapse of the whole thing, it would look like it's crawling. And this only happens twice a year, once in the spring and once in the fall. It's an equinox, the spring equinox. This one is. And equinox means equal day, equal night. So the days are exactly the same that one day on March the 21st and September the 21st. They're equal days, equal day, equal night. So that's why it's called the spring equinox and the fall equinox. And that's why I'm at Valladolid, which is a little town, a little city. Um, a little town or a little city that's 15 minutes away from Chichen Itza. Otherwise, if you come from Cancun and you want to go to Chichen Itza, well, you leave at 7 o'clock in the morning in Cancun, and 3 hours later, you're finally at Chichen Itza. 3 hour. So you're there at 10 o'clock or 10:30, and then Chichen Itza closes at 5:30. The whole thing closes at 5:30. By 6:30, 7, it's getting dark and dusk anyway, and they don't want people walking around on the ruins, the Chichen Itza ruins, at that time anyway. So it closes at 5, and then it's a 3 hour ride back. Like it's 6 hours traveling time only. Way too long. So that's why I came to Valladolid, and it's only a 15-minute drive from here to Chichen Itza. So if you get up at 7, you're at the thing before 7:30, and you get the whole day. You come back at 5 o'clock. That's 12. No, that's a 10-hour day there that you can spend. So, anyways, Mr. Ronnie Braun and John Chalker, I think I'm going to end my live stream. I was really a pretty popular guy tonight. I almost had 100 people in watching, and nobody was talking though. There was no. They couldn't get their. Nobody could get their. Speech to text program running, so they couldn't text anything, and I'm going to have to go and get something to drink. I got a great big king size bed to sleep in tonight. This should be fantastic. I'll take the whole bed up to myself. Should be more than adequate, that's for sure. So I've been on for an hour and 5 minutes now, and I think that's good. And I'll be out and about tomorrow and do a lot of checking out the place, Valladolid. I want to get out and see what's going on in this town. Go out and take a lot more photos and video, and I have to build my memories, because once I go back to Alberta, this whole time that I'm here will become just a simple memory, and I have to make sure that I keep those memories in video and photos and what have you, so that I can go back and look and I can say, damn it, I was there at one time. I remember that. I remember those days and remember those times. And I'll be able to cherish those forever. So I want to thank you guys for coming in, especially Ronnie. He's been here for the whole hour. Fantastic. Usually when I do pop up, he gets notified somehow. And he's just always just right here, right now. I guess if there's nobody else on. But I appreciate Ronnie very, very much. He's a damn good friend. And appreciate him very much. And thank him for coming in. And thanks, John. John pops in every once in a while too. And love you, brother. Love you both. And stay cool. Be kind. Most of all, stay awesome. That's the biggest thing. And stay nomadic outlaws. You know how to become an outlaw, right? Subscribe to Nomadic Bandman. Then you're automatically a nomadic outlaw. I even have some t-shirts that say Nomadic Outlaw on them, on my spring t-shirt merchandise thing. Haven't used it in maybe 3 years, but it's still there. I see it's still functioning. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call this one a success. And love yous all, and we'll catch you on the next surprise pop-up next time. Take her easy, guys.